Hey guys, it's Numi and I'm back with you for a video. This one's going to be a 17-minute or so video, so make sure you've got a bit of time to spare. We're going to cover all the coins that are in this box that have come back from grading submissions with NGC, starting with this coin of mine, which I bought for quite cheaply actually at an eBay auction. Of course, I didn't realise, but the reason why it was cheap was because it suffers from corrosion. I think it was about $25 for the coin over in America. I won it in the middle of the night, I think I remember, using some kind of Gixxon kind of snipe or something like that. In hindsight, may not have been a great move, but it's still quite a nice coin. Got some gold coins for you. Quite a few of these £2 commemoratives have been graded recently. So over the next mega results videos, this one and the one coming, you'll see pretty much every £2 commemorative that there's been so far. And most of them got pretty good grades. This one was rebadged and regraded. It was already a 64 and it went into the Liberium collection. I've got a friend who likes these particular types of coins, particularly this kind of era and this kind of place, and he's building a collection called the Liberium collection. Here's another one of these £2 commemoratives, 2005 one this time. Most of these tend to get either 69 or 70. Haven't worked out the proportion yet, but there's quite a good number of 70s, particularly if you conserve these coins, because there's usually one or two little specks on them that they will grade down to a 69 quite often. This one, despite, I'm not sure whether this was conserved actually, I must check it up, but that one did get a 69 despite conservation if it was conserved, and maybe it needed it, maybe not. Wow, what a coin. I know whose coin this is, and he's going to be really pleased with that grade. This is a very, very pretty modern coin with just a little bit prettier than average. I think that sometimes not a great deal of effort seems to go into the Royal Mint's modern coin design, but sometimes they hit it on right. For a royal flavour coin, I think this one did really well. Quite a large coin to celebrate the royal birth, but I guess it's important. This King Canute is one that was in the 2017 year set. Very, very low mintage. I think there is certainly under 300 of these that were minted, and 3 of these coins have been submitted for grading. So it'd be interesting to see what they all get, but that one got a 70, which was a spectacular result. This is probably one of my favourite coins that was submitted in this particular set of submissions. I love everything with Nelson Mandela on the coin. This one got a 70, and it's just a really pretty, nice coin from a really important era in South African history. Really, really nice coin, and a 70 grade on that, which is pretty spectacular. This is the second one of these palladium Portuguese coins that I've had graded. They both did really well. I'm pretty sure this one has been conserved because sometimes these coins come in a little bit rough and do need conservation. But this is a nice coin to go after, and of course palladium has had a massive uplift in price, so that's a pretty valuable little coin at the moment. This one is a coin that is mine. People know that I'm building a registry set of these 1/10 Britannias at NGC, and that 1996 was one I was missing in the registry set. The next few coins are interesting. I won't tell you about each coin because you can see them as they come up, but sometimes people have opportunities to buy coins which are proof coins but sold as bullion. And there's 4 or 5 coins here which were bought by a particular person. They were really messed around with. Do not ask me how beautiful 2017 sovereigns get messed around in this way, but some of them do seem to. And when they are messed around, despite the low grades, grading is not a bad thing to do for them. These were, I think, conserved, so the NGC, NCS did the best they possibly could on these coins, but they had little marks. Please, if you buy modern proof coins, do not take them out of the capsule, do not touch them, do not mess with them, do not finger them. Whatever you're going to do, don't do it. Keep them pristine in the box, in the capsule. This one, on the other hand, is the first one of these that I've had for grading, and what a wonderful coin it is. This is the take on a sovereign for Gibraltar, and I think that St George is a really, really nice rendition of St George. I've seen a few of these around. I don't know how many were minted. This one got a 70, and the owner of this is in New Zealand and did really well. While I remember and talking about new editions, on Thursday of this coming week, depending on when you're watching this video, if you're watching it when it's brand newly released, Wallace and Gromit is going to be released on the Royal Mint website. This could be an interesting one. It's the first Wallace and Gromit release that there's been, and often the ones that are the first release are particularly popular. I am going to be trying to get hold of a gold 50p. I think it'll be a pretty good buy, so watch out for that this week. Going back to the rest of the unboxing, this one, it was a particular surprise and a particular interesting one. This is a mint error to do with reverse lamination. What is reverse lamination, you ask? Well, if I zoom in to this little area under the helix, there is a problem with the reverse lamination. You can see that little shiny error between the under the E and the L, and that area was meant to have been kind of protected, I guess, with some kind of lamination. I'm not quite sure what technically they do in that process, but that's probably the first one of those errors that has been discovered and identified by NGC. Next one over here is a 2012. This is a really, really nice sovereign. Unfortunately, this was only a 67. I think this is another one that was bought as bullion. So the owner of these coins will have bought them cheaper than the market price, and naturally when they're graded as a 67 they will sell a little bit less than the market price. Here's an example of a cross grade. The owner of this coin wanted to have the Australian label, and they wanted to have it marked as high relief. You can see on the NGC label it's marked as high relief now in a really nice NGC slab. On the original slab the PCGS label did not say high relief, and they wanted to have that very importantly put on the label. This is one of my coins that went back to NGC as a mechanical because I didn't think the scratch on the reverse was sufficient for it to get a details grading. I still think that. I'm still incredibly disappointed with NGC to details grade this coin, but you know, in fairness, there are micro scratches. You can see them just under the 27. They are just possible to see despite the light and the reflections on this coin. You can see some evidence of it. Maybe they're right to details grade it, but I really didn't think that it deserved the hammering that it got by NGC on that particular occasion. So I thought I'd give you a bit of a bumper mega results video for this particular video. I know some of you really like these particular types of videos where you see everyone else's results. So in the same video, without making you guys wait, we're going to take a look at another one of these kind of longish single boxes and see what's in this one. Never a nice thing to start with a cleaned coin, but you know, at least having them authenticated and verified by NGC does tell you when these coins have received harsh cleaning in the past. Some are obvious, some are not quite so obvious. Sometimes people submit coins despite that. They just buy them maybe at good value, buy them cheaply, and then want to find out what the best grade they are. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. This guy submitted 4 coins, and of 2 were cleaned and 2 got grades, but at least it puts people's mind to rest in terms of the grading. I mean, they're still really nice coins. I mean, there are lots of detail on them, even if they were marked and flagged as cleaned. And you can see 2 of them, I think, got this MS60 grade, where the graders didn't quite know whether this was an AU coin or an MS coin, so it gets a kind of a grade right in the middle of that. This one was put in by a SilverForum member who's graded quite a few modern coins. He doesn't often put older coins on, but I think there's a lot of interest in that 1918 Bombay Mint Sovereign. This one I thought was the first one of these I've seen. A Romanian coin to do with 4 kings, featuring 4 kings in terms of history. I think it's quite a pretty little gold coin. And the first one of those I've seen graded, and it got a really good grade. And I know this person will probably watch this video, and congratulations on those coins and these grades. Here's a Peru coin, an AU55 1902 Libra. I think this is a really attractive coin. I've seen a few of these fairly recently, but I really like this kind of era of coins. I think it was a really nice kind of golden era between about 1880 and 1930. There's lots of really interesting designs, and they can be picked up for not too much money as well. At the end of that date range, this one is a Swiss coin from 1930. It's kind of pretty proof-like on the reverse, the shield side. Here's one of the French ones, and you've seen quite a few of these. People continue to pick these out, trying to find the best possible ones of these coins to protect, preserve and grade. Capsulation is not a bad way to do that. These have probably been bought at just a little bit over bullion maybe, and picked out from a few dozen bullion coins to be the best ones, and then protected in that way. This one is a half eagle coin, $5 gold coin. It's got a D mint mark for Denver. The earlier D mint mark on these coins, or not on these coins because this came quite later, but for American gold was Dahlonega mint. Very hard to grade. No one quite knows how to grade them. It's got quite a lot. You can see a lot of the detail is preserved, and they grade these on the flat surface effectively because it's an incuse coin. This one's another one of my favourites. This was graded as a 1920/10. I haven't taken a look at the date under a microscope, but maybe there clearly is an overdate there that was picked up by NGC. But whether or not the overdate is there or not, I think this is one of the prettiest gold coins. And I've had only, out of thousands of gold coins, I probably only have 3 or 4 of these coins for grading. I know there were restrike ones and early ones, and the earlier ones are worth a little bit more money. Another Swiss coin, this time a bit later, 1935. This one did pretty well as well. This might be owned by the same person as some of those other ones. In fact, I think all those 6 are owned by the same person, and this one as well. So this is a person who's looking for value, and this is quite a good strategy when buying these kind of gold coins, is to look for value, pick the best bullion or semi-bullion coins you can, grade them, and grading does add value to these coins, so it is a good strategy. And you often find these coins go for maybe $100 or so more than their ungraded counterparts by picking up the best ones and having them graded. This one did really, really well. I mean, this is exceptional, really. An MS65 on a half sovereign is absolutely superb condition, superb grading, and the owner of that will be very happy. The owner of this one may not be so happy. I didn't realise this when I saw it, that it was removed from jewellery. Jewellery never seemed to be anything I look for in these big gold coins, because so few of them were used in jewellery. If you think, what kind of jewellery would that have been used for? Usually it's the tiny American gold coins that you have to watch out for, like the $1 gold coins, or even the the $2.50 gold coins for jewellery. Nice example of a matte sovereign, highly desirable. People love these matte sovereigns. Maybe not quite as much as some of the shiny ones. There were quite a lot minted compared to some of the releases in 1911 and 1937, but still highly desirable and sought after, and a 62 is actually a pretty good grade as well. Here's a regular sovereign from 1906, and that got a 61, which is another pretty good grade. Not brilliant, but not bad for a circulating sovereign. I often try to put good things at the end of my videos so that those of you who are still hanging around watching this video all the way through get some kind of little bonus for hanging in there for so long. And particularly on this long video where I'm putting a double boxing, I thought it was really important to make sure that you have something nice at the end, and the something nice is this one. 1847 Gothic crown. This is my coin. I bought it on a Facebook group. I paid good money for this coin. I didn't get a bargain on it at all, and it probably I probably paid maybe one grade higher than this in terms of grading. So but having said that, it is a really nicely presented coin. Nice toning. It's not a cameo coin, it's not super expensive, but I think it's the kind of coin that you may want to go after if you are getting your first 1847 Gothic crown. It's not a very, very rare coin, but it is a coin that is highly desired, very sought after, and a very easy coin to buy and sell with lots and lots of demand. This one is a Yale. This is the bullion version of the Yale. And this was a mechanical. I think this went back to NGC because the Yale wasn't straight the first time. So that one came back again and can now go back to its owner. This one, Gibraltar, is something which maybe a lot of people don't look at for great coins. But this one is a really nice example of Gibraltar coinage. Lovely design. And this one was originally, as you can see, PCGS, was a 69. It was taken out, cross-graded by NGC, conserved as well, and upon conservation got awarded a 70, which I think is great. And it's a big, chunky 2-ounce gold coin, 2016. Really, really nice design. So hopefully you're still with me. Thank you very much for persevering. It was a longer than average video, 18 minutes and a few seconds, almost 19 minutes. And just thanks a lot, and look forward to all your comments.